Welcome back to African Colonization TV and Biafran history. So in this channel, we'll tell you everything concerning Nigeria, concerning what is happening in Biafra land and the things around the world. Let's dive into today's heading. Title: Trump changing the power of UN, EU, ICC for the easy division of Nigeria and for the Biafran freedom. The way things is happening around the world today, and the way things is happening between the US and between the Nigeria is a sign to show you that time have come for the government and for the way they used to do the Biafran people to end. So in this video, you are going to hear a lot of things, how the Donald Trump government is trying to change the power of UN, because no matter what happened, the UN used to do as if they don't know what is going on in a country. No matter what happened, even though the ICC, like the thing that is going on in Nigeria for how many years, but once it comes to for them to look into, the Nigerian government, they will bribe them and they will make sure that nobody talk about the genocide, the Biafran issue, division, and the thing that is happening in the country. So as it is now, the Donald Trump government, he have come to change so many things in between the UN and how the UN influence power and how they look into countries, so that any country that have any issue, they can have a new way to dissolve it and a new way to settle it. So in this video, you are going to hear a lot of things about it. So don't skip any part of it. Try to watch it to the end, because this, our brother, is going to explain a lot of things concerning the UN and concerning the Nigerian nation, and how Donald Trump is now coming up with a new power, with a new system, and a new group that will replace the issue of an UN in the world. So, and all those things, it is a problem Nigerian government is having, because they are now seeing America as a big threat to them. And that is the main reason why, when he said that he's coming to Nigeria to end the insecurity and to end the genocide that is occurring in Nigeria, the northern leaders and the politicians in Nigeria, they are not happy with it because they know what it means. So I will allow you to watch the video for you to see everything by yourself. As you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video to go around. Let others see what is really going on in Nigeria.
There is something that is currently going on in the world. I think people should be carried along, because a lot of people don't know what is going on. Now, Trump is changing the world order, and that is going to change everything you know about this world. It is going to change absolutely everything you know about this world. Now, I'm going to explain to you what this, what order I'm talking about is. About 2 weeks ago, Trump announced that he's withdrawing from UN body, some international organizations, and as he was saying it, he was doing it. So when he started doing that, I was skeptical, like, what is the next move of Trump? Now, he announced that he's going to set up a peace board. Listen, Trump has launched a peace board today. If you want to be a permanent member of this peace board, like your country to be a permanent member, like you have permanent member of security councils in the UN, stay with me, you are going to pay 1 billion naira. That is the condition. Now, this peace board, what is their aim? Their aim is to resolve international conflicts. Stay with me. You see, next generation will know nothing about the United Nations. United Nations is gone. United Nations is totally gone. United Nations will be replaced by the peace board Trump is launching today. He has launched it. Now, Russia will be part of the peace board. America will be part of the peace board. Other their, NATO allies will be part of the peace board if they meet, the $1 billion fund. If they can remain the permanent member, they will pay the money. But that is not where I am going. Now, as Trump was launching peace board today, he made a statement. Take a listen.
And in Nigeria, we're annihilating terrorists who are killing Christians. We've hit them very hard. They've killed thousands and thousands of Christians. What's that all about?
Yes, Trump standing in front of the world after setting up what is going to change this world entirely. he made a statement that the terrorists, the Islamic terrorists, are killing Christians in Nigeria, and they struck them so hard. But what he fails to tell people is that what is the purpose of these terrorists? What caused these terrorists? Like, why are they fighting? What are they fighting for? This is an agenda that these people are discussing behind the camera. Don't be fooled about what is about to happen. The world is going to shift. The world is going to shift totally. Trump is delaying the strike in Iran that he's supposed to have carried out because of this particular date. Trump avoided what is going on in Iran, not because he don't want to do anything there, because of this particular peace board he have constituted today. Now, the issue of Nigeria, as I said before, is in the, global bodies table. It is in the table of these global powers. They are making decisions behind the camera about Nigeria. Now, what is my interest? Like, if you wake me up and ask me, Okocha, what is your interest about Nigeria? My interest about Nigeria is that Nigerians are dying more than fowls, more than chicken, more than cows, more than goats. Nigerians are being kidnapped more than how you can even catch fowls and do all those things. I want it to stop. And for it to stop, what happened to India and Pakistan must happen to Nigeria. Hello. When Britain was leaving, in fact, Britain brought India and Pakistan together. But when Britain left, they understand that the Hindu majority Indian and Muslim majority Pakistan cannot cohabit. It is a crime against God. It is a crime against natural justice and equity for Hindus and Muslims to live together, especially when Pakistan believes in Sharia, that once you are not my type, once you are not in my religion, according to Sharia law, God has given me a mandate to kill you. So last year, you saw that Pakistan they struck India, and India retaliated. They are still throwing bombs after they have separated. Imagine these two people are in one country. What you are seeing in Gaza and Israel will be a child's play. It will be a child's play that there will be full-blown war in those areas. But separation brought peace to them. Yugoslavia, you saw what happened there. So, I understand the game that is actually playing behind the world powers. I have been telling people that if Nigeria want to disintegrate, it is not going to be done by people in Nigeria. It is not going to be done by Nigerians. Because when Britain was bringing Nigeria together, it was not the power of Nigerians to resist what Britain wanted then. So, history is about to repeat itself. It may tarry. It may do what? Tarry. And what Trump is trying to do is that after his tenure, his influence will also remain. After his tenure, his influence is still going to remain. As a chairman of this peace board, someone who constitutes this peace board, he might not be president again, but that influence will remain. Now, Trump is so much interested in Nigeria. Trump knows, America knows, that throwing bomb alone will not stop the terrorists in Nigeria. No, never. The question here is this. Why is it that 4.2 million people in IDP camp, Nigeria government refused that these people are not going to come back? Why did I say that Nigeria refused? Nigeria have the capacity to bring these people in IDP camp back in one day. If they mean it, they are going to do it. But there is an agenda that made people to be in IDP camp. There is a problem why these people cannot go back. Look at what happened in Taraba now. People who are going back, who told ISIS that they are going back to their ancestral homes. ISIS intercepted them and killed them for attempting to leave IDP camp to your homes. I want people to think. People cannot be in IDP camp. You think that Tinubu is doing anything. You think that your celebrities are doing anything. Everybody, we are all guilty. People are sleeping in IDP camp, no medicine, nothing. Are they going to live there forever? No. Are they going to live in IDP camp forever? We want a nation where people will not come out and say, you don't belong to my religion, you deserve to be killed. Where a terrorist will kidnap you and force you to recite Quran. We don't need such country. We need a new place. If possible, let Nigeria be scattered. Let it be disintegrated into 7 countries, 6 countries. I don't care. I care about human lives. I care about peace of the people. And this is the situation at hand.
Some terrorists are occupying part of Nigeria in Sokoto and Plateau State. As I talk to you now, 2 of us. Did Nnamdi Kanu take away any part of Nigeria and say this is Biafra land when he was agitating? Tell me. Some people are occupying Nigerian territory, Nigerian land as I talk to you today. Who are those people? Didn't Nnamdi Kanu go that far?
But Riley Moore, U.S. House member, was in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission, and he visited Benue and Plateau.
Yes.
And when he went back, he said he saw over 600.
Exactly.
Exactly. Internally displaced people.
Exactly.
Now, since he went back to the United States, do you think that it's also on the table that American government might say, look, Nigerian government, if you want to show sincerity, if you want to show intentionality in fighting this problem, these people must go back to their home.
Exactly.
No, I'm asking, do you think that
it must? No, it's not a question of do you think, it must. It must for Nigeria to get back on its tracks. Because you cannot have your citizens living in IDP camp and then you go to bed every night and sleep and wake up. And you swore to protect them. You don't even need US to tell you this. You don't need US. So are they going to live in IDP camp forever? No, tell me, the people of Benue and Plateau, are they going to live in IDP camp forever?
Barrister, you seem to be missing my point.
What is the point?
My point is, at this moment, those people are still in IDP camp. My direct question is, do you think that at some point it should be on the table on discussion between Nigerian government and US government?
I don't told you that, yes, it must. Do you need someone to tell you that? As a government, do you need someone to even tell you that? Let's be sincere here. These are your Nigerian citizens. And I ask you again, are they going to live in IDP camp forever? Would they go back to their home? Do you need anybody to tell you to go and do the needful? More so, when the people occupying their villages and their homes are foreign terrorists. Please, what they did, is this for the good of Nigeria or for the bad of Nigeria? Just tell me. If the idea came from them, the federal government should congratulate them. Because that is the national service they did. What the federal government could not do, IPOB members or Igbos invited Donald Trump to come and do it. So why are they not attacking Donald Trump? If what he came to do here was is not in the interest of Nigeria, why should they not own up? In fact, they should be praising themselves that they have done a national duty for Nigeria. IPOB members, when they accuse you of being responsible for Donald Trump, beat your chest. Beat yourself and say, yes, we thank God we did it. Yes. That is what they refused to do. They now invited somebody who came to do it. And let me tell you, remember they have proscribed IPOB as a terrorist organization. So if actually they were a terrorist organization, would Donald Trump have listened to them? All this is a shame on the federal government. A group they should recognize for who they are, what they represent. You are not demonizing them, vilifying them. But elsewhere, outside here, they are recognized. So if they accuse you that you are the one that brought Donald Trump, beat your chest and say, yes, we did it. And he came for the good of Nigeria.
Okay. All right.
Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. Seriously. His rights and everything was flagrantly disobeyed. The man who was so ebullient, who was so happy to go and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, is now facing the same thing that he accused Nnamdi Kanu of. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine this poetic irony in life? You can see, whatever you sow, you reap. If somebody had told Malami that you go through this thing one day, he wouldn't have believed it. The very man who orchestrated Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap and all that, even when the court said he should go, that Nnamdi Kanu should, Malami insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must be brought back and face some spurious charges. The same thing EFCC did to them. When he left the court, they arrested him on the court immediately and took him back to prison. So that is how life is. So with all this development, the whole world can now see that Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly jailed. All the things he was saying, nobody said that it is wrong or no, it's not true, it's not happening, no. Is it not the same thing that you are witnessing today? Imagine if the federal government had called these people, like they have been dialoguing with Toju Bello and other terrorists. If they had called IPOB, okay, come, my people, come, what is wrong? What are you people talking about? What happened? For a dialogue. Maybe this thing would have died down. They will not give them the assurances and all that. And maybe they will step like they did this protest yesterday. Did anybody die? Did they kill anybody? Were they carrying gun? That was exactly what they were doing before the federal government under Buhari started using gun. to kill all of them.
Talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, recently, you know, there's been this engagement, this collaboration between the U.S. government and Nigerian government security agencies. And well, before then, U.S. said before we backpedal, you know, on our threat of having to take out these people, there are certain things that we need you to do. Exactly. And we understand that one of them was the release of Sunday Jackson, you know, the farmer that was jailed by the Supreme Court in Adamawa, is it Adamawa in Taraba, somewhere in the northeast, and we saw him released. He was granted pardon and clemency. Do you think that release of Nnamdi Kanu might at some point come in the table?
It's already on the table.
Between the U.S. government and Nigerian authorities?
Okoro is already on the table. Whether the U.S. will put the amount of federal, it's already on the table. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. No. Because it is obvious that that man was wrongly jailed. From these terrorists that are working all over the place.
But I want us to be factual.
The factual is that it's on the table already. Okay, at a point, it will come up.
But for now, it hasn't come up.
It's already, discussions are going on.
Let's be very clear.
The government
at the point it will come up, or is already on the table.
Hold on, I told you now that discussion is going on behind closed doors. Okay. It's not something that we just wake up
between the U.S. government and Nigerian.
No. Nigerian government and some Igbo leaders.
Okay. Yes. My direct question is: do you think that at some point, you know, it might be on the table? U.S. will say, "Look, if you do this, we need you to do this." I
said it's already on the table.
It's just that table now.
Both Nigerian government and the U.S. government table is there. It's part of it because the Igbo leaders of thought and some other concerns are already talking about it, but it's behind closed doors. Until that discussion is concluded, we are still talking about it. We are still raising that issue because we are now seeing that yes, from all indication, this man was wrongly jailed. The IPOB members, what they have been talking about, have now come to realization. Most Nigerians did not understand what these guys were up to before. All the things they said about Nigeria is what we are seeing today. The thing is that you cannot live in denial for too long. With this peaceful rally and all that, Donald Trump should be made aware of all these things. They should articulate all these things and then make sure that he gets the attention of Donald Trump, because in his first coming, as a U.S. president, that was when this thing happened. Okay. And now he has come back, and the issues are still there, and these guys are being persecuted. So Donald Trump should be made aware, and the Nigerian states. In fact, I should say that it is a shame on them, because what these guys stood for, what they have been talking about, is what the same Donald Trump have come to address in Nigeria. You can imagine. Is it not irony that the same man they were commemorating his inauguration and all that is the person that have come to save Nigeria? So on that score, the Nigerian state should carry the shame and recognize these guys for what they were talking about. If they had listened to them, maybe Donald Trump would have come.
Okay, now.
The earlier APC government take away political sentiment out of this matter, the better. Because even if APC leaves office tomorrow, the next government will inherit this problem. So the earlier they release Nnamdi Kanu, the better. Let them stop all the political sentiment that within Nnamdi Kanu's release, we will not have our way in the southeast. He will be dominating the. Those things are lost. They are secondary. The important thing is that Biafra land or whatever, or IPOP, is in the mind of the Igbos as I talk to you today. These other people that have done worse since Mr. Okoro, what have you done to them? That is the first question. What Nnamdi Kanu was doing and what these people have done so far, which one is better? It was the activities of these people that made Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria. Didn't Nnamdi Kanu invite Donald Trump to come and bomb Nigeria? So you should be considerate in whatever you are doing. That is what I'm saying here. These people have done worse things that everybody can see. Yet, they are being pampered. They are being behaving as if it is their right, you know. But Nnamdi Kanu was agitating for what? Self-determination. Is that not the cause of the matter? Did they ransack any village? Did they say that Muslims will convert to Christians before he can lay down his agitation? No! A simple matter that is not recognized by the United Nations. That is why no other country in the whole world have seen IPOB as a terrorist organization except the Buhari government. So what does that tell you? That is where injustice comes in. You pamper your people who have been killing and maiming and destroying people's land and property. You pamper them, you cover them. But one young man who said, no, what you are doing to us is not good. We want self-determination. You now jailed him. Is that fair?
Okay, all right.
No country in the whole world has seen IPOB as a terrorist organization. Now, it is an embarrassment on the part of the federal government that a group they proscribe is now influencing a whole world power to carry out action in Nigeria. A very big embarrassment. They shouldn't even say this. If they have wisdom and intelligence, they should not say this thing. This is a group we proscribe. So how is America listening to them? And to come to it, what Donald Trump came to Nigeria, is this for our own good or for our own bad? The man came to help us to do something nobody could have done in the last 15 years. Please, is it a bad omen for Nigeria? That is the question. Because I know that if Donald Trump did not do what he did, maybe what we are seeing today wouldn't have happened. Because all of a sudden, the federal government have woken up against the terrorists. Is that not true? There are activities now against them. So who made it possible? When people want to talk, please let them reason. Let them reason. Those people who want to reason before you talk. If I thought it was IPOB that did it, what they did, is it for the good of Nigeria and the federal government or not? And so, if it is for the, why is it that the federal government is not challenging Donald Trump? Say, why did you bomb Nigeria? Who told you to come? That is how to start, and not to be talking anyhow. So I should sit down here and condemn IPOB. If I thought they are the one that did it, what they did, is it for the good of Nigeria? That is the first question. If you answer that question, you can go ahead and talk. By the way, if you have done the needful, will Donald Trump come in? If you have done what you're supposed to do as the federal government to protect life and property, will anybody even enter Nigeria? Both terrorists and Donald Trump, will they enter Nigeria? So please, when they want to talk, let them reason before they talk, so that some of us will not interrogate it. That's what I'm saying here.
Oh yes. Barrister Darrington, he has spoken very well. He has said it the way it is. And also Okocha. Concerning the plan of Donald Trump trying to change the power, the world power, and the UN power, which they used to look things in another dimension. It is a very good way, because imagine things that is going on in Nigeria for how many years, since 1960 to date, during the war, after the war, and there's till date, I have not even read any place where UN discuss the issue that is happening in Nigeria, the issue of genocide, how go on, and how they fought war and killed many people. But at the end, they will go to UN to sit to discuss of something that is not relevant. So the Donald Trump coming to change the power and coming to replace them with a resolved power that can be resolving issue of countries, any country that have problem. That one, I would say that one is the best way and is the best way to go. Not whenever countries, people rise up to discuss of the injustice they are into. You will see the independent nation they are under. They will start fighting them. We start buying them and the rest of them. So the new system and the new government of Donald Trump, the way it's coming to change things, it is very nice. I'm coming down to the issue of Malami. Malami need to rot in jail, say so, and they need to die in shame. Somebody that in fact the crime he commits is worse than any other in this country. Both how he took money and how they found out ammunition and other things in his own house. It is very shameful. Somebody that did not even do anything, you went to Kenya to kidnap him, you brought him into Nigeria and sentenced him life imprisonment. Because of why? He's agitating, he's saying the right thing, and he's calling for the peace and for the growth of a nation. And you tag him as a terrorist. It is very shameful. All of them, they know what they're supposed to do, but they will never do it. They will keep on looking on a place where they will blame people. And at the end, they will tell you that this person is the cause of the problem. Why they are the main problem. They are the cause of the problem. So Nigerian government, they are claiming that IPOB is the background of everything that is happening between US and Nigeria. The US coming into Nigeria, it is because of the voice of IPOB. It's because of the voice of the Biafran around the world. The way they are shouting, screaming, look at what is happening. That is why Donald Trump listened to them. He did not listen to Buhari. For some of them, that will be collecting the credit of the good thing Donald Trump is doing. And he did not listen to Malami. He did not listen to anybody, but the people he is listening to is the people that is crying around the world, saying, look at what is happening in our country. We need help. That is the people he listened to. And the government, they are even still having the power to speak about it. It is a very big shame to them. And then the person that you tag a terrorist, that you tag is spying your people, is destroying your government and other things, is even receiving award, global award in Georgian. So for you to see that the government, they don't even know what they are doing, and they don't even know what to say, and they are looking for any government or any power or any country to say yes, IPOB do this, IPOB do that, so that they will use that to hold hand, like what happened in Finland. What happened in Finland, it is the planned deal between Nigerian government and between the Finland government. So all those things, everybody knows that. Issue of division, they are crying for issue of division, which they know that Nigeria is not in peace. Nigeria is not unity. Nigeria is not one. It is only one for the government and one for those who claim that they own Nigeria. But for other ordinary citizens, those who walk on the streets, who don't know things that is going, who want to survive, one Nigeria is like a scam to them. Well, I would like to hear your comment down below, like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video to go around. Let others see things that is going on in Nigeria. Thank you for watching.